Hello, my name is Andre V and I'm here today with Kristian Puggaard. He is the founder and CEO of the Tembi. Hi Kristian, how are you doing?
Hi, Andre. I'm doing excellent and good to see you.
Absolutely, it's always good to see you also. So you have a good news for us and for yourself, first of all. You have get another financing round for your company. Tell me a little bit about that success you had recently.
Yes, that's true. So we got a 3 million euro funding round by Seed Capital, which is one of the leading VCs here in the Nordic countries. And the aim with that funding round is to scale and our platform to even more countries throughout Europe. We are in 15 countries now, and also to improve the intelligence and the experience that you can get as a customer that wants to take the next level of how to run a business.
So let's talk about your product with what you are in 15 countries. You have some kind of sort of dual approach. You are gathering or scraping data. You are scraping data from mainly retailers or e-commerce sites, and you have sort of two separate streams. One is delivery prices, and the others are product. Let's talk about first of all the technique. You have some kind of scraping technology that the bots are all the time continuously looking for the websites. Is it
Yes, so we are on a mission to connect and structure the world's information so our customers can foresee the future and get full transparency in the market. So that is what we do. And the way we do it is that we simply, we visit almost 2 million websites throughout Europe every month, and some of them that we boil down to 580,000 web shops, and we're able to analyze, is this a web shop or isn't it a web shop? And then we're able to see, is it like if operational and how are things working, and then we're able to interact with it. It is not scraping; it's more of kind of a interaction at scale, but we call it scraping because that is what people can familiarize themselves with. And there we are actually able to interact with that. And then we can connect it with a lot of other data sources about, where is it located, where do they have their offices and or the warehouses, and what kind of information can we collect about the company from other sources. And that gives us the ability to generate intelligence at scale about the commerce world.
so basically, if I'm a retailer and I'm sorry, if I'm a carrier, first of all, let's say a carrier in one specific country, with your services, I can almost real time monitor all my competitors' pricings in different e-commerce sites. Is it so?
That's correct. And different markets or different geographies or different kinds of products or different kinds of delivery methodologies as well. So pricing might be different in home delivery compared to something else. So you can also identify the web shops that are out there that are the most interesting business wise for you, and you can also monitor which ones are we about to lose, or which one are we losing currently, and not just after it's too late. So that is actually what our customers do.
So and one thing I really like about your service is basically this is a data management service, but the client doesn't need any software or any data person managing with that. So you are just providing the result and the data that is needed to make any decision.
That is completely correct. So we get along with, you can say, the business development or sales development or marketing teams in the company, where they can start using that, and we can get them going in a few minutes actually, if they want to use it. Some of our customers also have API access or integrate with the CRM, for instance. That's also a possibility, but that's actually not needed. And our users, typically they use our platform every day or every week.
So what we are doing together, we are publishing Tembi Delivery Index that is sort of monthly average prices in every country. But this is again monthly average price in country in lockers, in Pudos, and in home delivery, but your real-time access provides you sort of drill down options, so you can go very deeply inside to see what are the exact prices in exact e-commerce shops. So this is very new thing
Mm.
for every carrier right now.
Yeah, it is. It is to get that information, and I think that what we see is that most customers, they don't actually know the market. They don't know the market size, even though they think so. And other stakeholders in the market, they don't know about it at all. They don't know the technology stacks that are out there. They don't know which payment systems that work. They don't know their own market share, or if they are delivery provider, they don't know how many of the web shops they're number one in or two. So all these things, they simply don't know anything about that. But we enable them to become intelligence driven, because they can get that, and then they can simply can get going with it.
The other stream you are holding is the e-commerce sort of product information. So basically, I think or I believe that I can get information to almost to a product level, where those products are sold, with what prices, what are the trends. So basically, I can get real-time access to all of the stock plus pricing for all of my competitors if I'm a retailer.
Yeah, that's completely correct. So we are able to see how many of which products are available where, and what was sold, and what are the pricing, and these kind of things across the markets we're having. It's actually a new feature that we are launching, and it's working really well. So I could get down and I could say, sports shoes, Adidas or Nike, and how are they, which web shops sell them, or how are they developing over time, what is the popularity and the pricing and all these kind of things. And if you want to have those shipped at home, what's the typical delivery price, or the delivery time, if that's it. And there are actually some that say, okay, I can use your platform to say, I want to ship goods from the Baltics to the Nordics, for instance, but then I have to, be aware of the pricing of the product I want to sell. And I also have to be aware of the fact that me coming from outside, what is the delivery price? Does that come on top compared with the domestic pricing and everything? So some of these things, where is there a hole in the market? This brand, or we can look at brand level as well. So this brand or this product, is that underserved or overserved in a specific market?
I think your service is coming in a very right time, because it's interesting that we talk that the e-commerce market is worldwide and everything is open, but actually this is not the case. In a sense, if you are talking about bigger retailers like Zalando's and Asos and About You and companies like Amazon, then yes, basically their delivery is worldwide. But if we are talking about mid-sized companies, then even the pan-European sales is not so obvious, because the delivery is not so accessible at all. But now I see it's developing. I see that the delivery methods in pan-European levels are growing, and I see a huge need for especially mid-sized companies to enter the cross-border business, and for that they read exactly data. If you are a local company, then your gut feeling is almost as good as your data, because you know the market. I have a feeling of that. But in case you don't have anything, if you need to look from Estonia to Slovenian or France market, your gut feeling is worth nothing. So basically, you are filling that gap, providing the data for every local market.
That's true. Either, as you say, if you're a web shop and you are a Swedish web shop and you started to export to Finland, for instance, but why on earth wouldn't you export to France, the Netherlands, Spain, Germany? Typically, you would not take on these larger markets or markets that are away, but then you can interact you can say, with one of the integrators or one of the bigger delivery transportation companies. So that is an example. But you can also be a manufacturer that are thinking, we are producing a product, a kind of electronics or a carpet or whatever we do. Where should we ship this to? Which web shops would be available in Italy or in Germany or wherever it is to try to pick up and sell this on our behalf. That could also be a kind of a business case that we see once in a while. And then also the questions when you want to do this. For instance, if you are let's imagine that you're a web shop and you want to go from the Nordics towards the Baltics, then you also have to consider the Baltic users. Are they used to, for instance, this payment methodology, or are they used to? And if you are an agency or you're a web developer, you would also want to know. We want to go in with the software towards Danish web shops. Well, do they actually have the same platform as they do where we come from and where we're good at? All these things matter, but it makes it easy and transparent to do this. And I agree with you that it is a good time because the tidal wave of, you can say, e-commerce is keep rolling throughout our continent, and it will do that for the next decade. It's going to transform our society with a lot of challenges for those that are not along, but also with a lot of opportunities. And we provide these opportunities.
Absolutely. I'm really big fan of this kind of approach because this is a data-based and sort of scientific method to address every market and the demand. So I really enjoy speaking with you and the product you are doing. So for all of the people who didn't remember the name, the company is called Tembi. Make a search, Google search, and you will find them. And what are the next steps? You have now 15 countries, as you said, you covered. What are the goals for the next year?
So with this funding round, the goals is over the next 2 years to be throughout all of Europe. And actually, next year we hope to collect 75% of the data in Europe. Right now we are at 35. So of course that is to take on some of the bigger markets. But it's also to take the next steps here as well in developing the platform to some of the things I just told you about, making even more like predictions available so you can actually see what will happen, what is going on, but also what will happen, which kind of product areas will grow and where will they grow, and these kind of things. So you can be ahead of the market and ahead of the competition. So we say that our customers should act before the market, and that is what we want to help them with. So a lot of things are gonna play out, and I'm really excited to see where we are a year from now.
Me too. So thank you, Kristian. It was nice talking to you, and I wish you all the best and have a nice Christmas.
Thank you, and you too, Andre. Always a pleasure.